If you're a spiritual seeker, you might have seen our other video that was done at Christmas time, and it just seemed that it was only kind of half finished. So here's part two. It's more about awakening and this beautiful joy that is being inspired here. And when we woke up 20 years ago, a teaching came with it. It became obvious that there was an anchor to this moment that anybody in any sort of anywhere on the path would be able to anchor into this moment and use it to break the bind of the mind. So this came through at the same time as the awakening 20 years ago. And so, as I say, the first 10 years was relatively quiet, helping and talking to some people about waking up, but mostly kind of keeping to yourself. And then this second 10 years that we've just been through has been more out in the world. And for some people think mad reason, the choice was there, or the decision or the move was to go out and be with people again, regardless of their beliefs and all the rest of it, just going out and wading into being with people. And so that included getting married and a whole new life and lots of people, and going from being all spiritual stuff to no spiritual stuff apart from living that. And so to clarify, spiritual is when you look within, when you close your eyes and you just self-inquiry and looking within at what's going on inside. That is spiritual. And physical and manifestation is going on outside. So that is mirroring back to you what's going on inside. So anyway, I digress, as we do. And so during that time, this last 10 years, then this last few years have been talking about this great matter with more people that don't actually have any interest really, only tiny little bits of interest about how it can help them to manifest their dreams and things. But the actual real clarity is to be this one and to stay in this moment and break the bind of the mind. And so this last 10 years has been really but being with normal people, let's say, not spiritual ones. And through all of this, it's really taught so much. It's brought so much more resilience, like we said before, of feeling all the energy that's coming at you. And sometimes that can be a lot when people are questioning and forcefully fighting against how the world works. And when that is being discussed, sometimes it can bring up the most violent reactions of the ego or the mind, same, coming out with all sorts of excuses of where they find themselves and how the world is in their mind. And so any new perspective can sometimes be vehemently opposed, and that's absolutely fine. We leave them to it and they can do whatever they like, obviously, as we all can. At the same time, the move is still there to, when something is seen, then you talk about it to the person. You say, do you realize what you're doing? Do you realize what your mental state is like for you to be creating the things that you are in your life? Can you even imagine a life where you are in control of, you are directing your life through your thoughts, which we all are always. It's not a new thing. We are unconsciously creating our lives through our minds and our vibration and how we feel, how we speak and how we think. And so people go, yeah, but then they just still are lazy about what they're thinking, speaking and doing. And so it just takes, so with this anchor that we found 20 years ago, it is a way to come back into this moment and to break the bind of the mind and to be free of it. But with that, there's another piece, which is using the mind for the tool that it's supposed to be. It is a tool for us to use to create the life of our dreams. And it is for us to direct the thoughts and to make the actions and do the things that create the life of our dreams. And it only takes a small amount of effort in the scheme of things, but it takes some effort to break the bind with it and start using it as a tool. So that's where we talk about the joyful path. So the joyful path is 3 parts. One being finding that still point and connecting, using the anchor and connecting into this moment. And you can find more information at allaboutyourjoy.com about how to do that, how to find the still point within and then stick with it. And whenever you see the mind, you just take your attention away from it and back to the still point. And then at the same time, when you are looking at the mind, bringing it into being the most powerful diamond-tipped tool of creation, so that you can then pick up this tool and instead of the mind, it's just gone haywire. It is a tool that is just out of control in so many ways. It is gone, let's say it's spinning negatively most of the time. So it's spinning negatively, and when it does that, then it flicks out almost like knives, and it just is cutting and causing harm and inside, outside, all over the place. It's just, in so many cases, it's just out of control and lazily let loose to think whatever and to just, we believe it as if it's who we are, and it's not. So the plan is, the path is to spin it the other way, to consciously bring it to the positives, to hone it into a skill of making it into this tool of creation, and use it consciously, use it to pick it up, use it, put it back down again, back to the still point, and all just from this moment. And the more you get into this is the way you do things, this is the way you are, this is the way you be, then the happier you will become. And the third part is meditation, moving meditation. So the still point and looking at how the mind works and that side of things, that can be easier when you're stopped and you're just having a sitting meditation. But the moving meditation has you in the still point of this moment, and you can stay here and start moving meditation. You start moving from this place of freedom, from this place of absolute rapture, and you start moving from this place and into your life. And yes, you, to begin with, you'll pick it up and drop it and pick it up and drop it and keep remembering and forgetting and all of that. But over time, not very long, then it all becomes just the way you live, who you choose to be in the world. And it just becomes so much easier to drop the mind and come right here, or pick the mind up and use it as the tool, then put it down and just stay right here. So all of these things are explained obviously in more detail through the books and the website and the courses that are to come. So the joyful path is on its way, and you are absolutely invited to come on board, and we can make a revolution of joy and ripple it all across the world. How beautiful would that be? Oh, what a beautiful idea. Love it so much. So that's enough for now, and we'll see you at allaboutyourjoy.com. Take care, and we will talk soon. Bye for now.